courtside with a member of one of the teams of our finalists. We're trying to get set down courtside. Craig Hummer now is with Kent Steffes. Craig?
Thanks a lot, Paul. Kent, you faced these guys earlier today. You came out on top 16-14, but the only other time you've been in a final against them in Sacramento, they won. How are you going to come out on top today?
Well, the same thing we did this morning. We got to serve tough and we got to side out. Those are the keys against this team.
All right, good luck. Get after it. Thanks. Back to you guys. Very serious Kent Steffes.
Well, he should be serious, Tim. For them, a major slump. They won 11 out of their first 14 tournaments that they competed in, 0 for 3. And Kent said, look, we played against Kirai and Johnson in Sacramento and lost there. If we hadn't lost there, nobody'd be talking about this. But the fact remains they did lose there. They have lost 3 in a row. And Kent is stuck on career number 100 that he got in Milwaukee. Set to go.
Nobody. Come on.
Good first play by Jose Loiola. What they've been missing in their little drought, as we've been calling it, is Jose penetrating the net and creating opportunities for Kent Steffes to put the ball away like he does, or just close out the block. Kent's been having some trouble on his jump serve, missing way too many. That's leading to his bad confidence. Jose can take over the net. It'll really free things up.
And that will help. A bad start by Adam Johnson and Karch Kirai, down 2-0. And Steffes has scored once off Kirai, courtesy the soft block from Jose Loiola, and now off Adam Johnson. Quick 2-0 lead. These teams have met in a championship match once before this year. That was in Sacramento, won by Kirai and Johnson.
How's that ball, Kent?
Karch is saying the ball is a little too heavy right now. Wants to check the ball.
Another ball. Save the ball!
Save the ball.
Miller Lite advertising campaign. Save the balls. And the fans yelling, save the balls. At a serious note, it's been raining, drizzling most of the day very lightly, and the balls do get heavy. And with Karch's shoulder, he's sensitive to that. He doesn't want a heavy rock out there. Stuffed by Loiola. Good point, Tim Hovland, about getting more opportunities for Jose Loiola.
Loiola, one of the bigger blockers on the beach. When he wants, he can dominate the game. And watch this. Watch that left-handed lamp. Goodbye. Look at it. His elbows are over the net. That's a serious Loiola. Watch out.
3-0. Johnson and Kirai disdain the timeout. They were down 3-0 in the semifinal before roaring back to defeat Kenyon Seaman and Mike Whitmarsh. Chance to score that time. Jose Loiola handcuffed just a little bit.
Oh, he had that right in his breadbasket. A good diagonal drop right there. That's very tough to do. Brought the ball up. Ken couldn't get it. Adam Johnson back to serve.
Adam Johnson has had a marvelous career. A couple of weeks ago, we detailed 6 different partners that he had won with, both on the right side and on the left side. Steffes with a hard side out. Steffes offensively, a lot of the players saying that he was not sharp. He was hitting balls out of bounds. He was struggling a little bit. But Steffes said something interesting. I want to ask you after this rally as we get a look at his partner, Jose Loiola. Now 27 years of age. The time has just flown by. It seems like just a season or so ago that he came out here with his Brazilian partner, Anginho. Adam Johnson down. Yeah. Kent Steffes said to me in the players' tent just an hour ago, he said, look, if we don't win another tournament all year, we will have had a great season. Do you agree with that as we look at Karch Kirai?
God, no. I would have to say a good season, a great season. You know, it's how you finish, it's how you remember it. Excuse me, you're only as good as your last tournament. And I don't know what Kent was thinking, but you know, if you don't win the next few tournaments, they'll be talking about, hey, listen, at the start of the season, nobody was really here. Karch was hurt. Adam was hurt. I mean, now that everybody's here, this is when you win tournaments. This is when you show that you can be the king of the beach. Before, it was a halfway filled bracket. Now the brackets are full. Win the big one. And that's the big-time serve right there.
Steffes and Loiola showing some fire that certainly helped them to dominate the early stages of the season that you were just talking about, Tim, winning 11 out of the first 14.
I've never seen so many injuries in 1 year on the AVP Tour, and especially early in the season. Now that people are back, this is when the tough get going.
kept a list for a while, but I ran out of paper. Unfortunately, a lot of the top players unable to compete in net violations. Scott Akatubby out off and on most of the year. Brent Frohoff out the entire year. Ricky Luty's out with a broken wrist, and that doesn't include injuries to Rob Heiger, Mike Dodd. I mean, the list has been long and long, including Kirian Johnson.
And now Randy Stoko's out with a suspected broken thumb. Says he'll miss the next 2 tournaments.
Come on, come on.
Former partners and still friends trying to rip each other's faces off. Karch Kiraly at Ken Steffes, Steffes at Karch Kiraly, but Kiraly gets the better of it at the end. They trail 4-1. Force here in the upper Midwest. This is the Miller Lite Open in Minneapolis, and I think, Tim, we just saw the beautiful rally of the summer, at least the last couple of weeks.
No doubt. Look at the hands of Karch. Brings it right up. Then he wants to show, hey, listen, I got you. Pounds it down at Kent. Kent's got his hands right back up. Kent brings the ball. Karch is saying, what else you got? Let me finish it cross court. Beautiful rally. And then the exclamation point. Hi-ya.
A lot of emotion when these two teams met for the championship in Sacramento. Won by Kirian Johnson. Boy, a couple of rockets. Ace serve. That not the rocket variety, but right on the back line. And Johnson looks like Greg Maddux today. He has been just dialing up. He's been right in the black all day long with his shots and with his jump serving.
Came with kind of a high loopy over the shoulder. Kent wished it out. Hit right on the line. 2-4 back in the game.
AJ'd like to get paid by like Greg Maddux.
Nobody!
Crushed down the middle. Greg Maddux, as you may have read, just signing the largest contract in the history of baseball, about $11.5 million a year.
He's not worth it.
That ball flailed out of bounds.
The emotion right now the emotional level of Steffes and Loiola is very high. They're really pressing. They're liking each other. Right now they're up 4-2. But I can feel it up here. They're saying, hey, this is our tournament.
Are they a desperate team? Would they be in real trouble if they don't win this week?
I would say a little bit of trouble, yeah. I wouldn't say a lot. I would say self-doubt, no doubt about it.
And with Orlando coming up and Belmar next week, they're the last tune-up. The tour right now on the Miller Lite AVP Tour, much like the tennis tour for both men and women. Tune-ups on the hard courts to get ready for the U.S. Open coming up at the end of this month. Also $150,000 here, $30,000 to the winners. That should not be, that would even get Greg Maddux excited. Gets me excited.
Does Greg Maddux have that kind of rip down the middle? I don't think so. AJ coming with some serious heat. He does have 4 Cy Young awards, though.
That's why he's got $11.5 million coming in. Thanks for joining us here in Minneapolis. You're looking at Adam Johnson. He and Karch Kiraly trailing here in our championship match in Minneapolis, 4-2.
Too close.
Jump bump. You don't see that every day. You don't see it work every day. 4-3.
Very rarely seen on the AVP Tour. The Joe Battaglia jump bump right here. Very nice, down the middle. Haven't seen that since the Dayton days in Ohio, Paul. You remember that jump bump?
I remember it. Boy, we are going way back. We are going way back.
Oh, yeah.
But Johnson and Kiraly have come, as we just mentioned, way back. Another tight set. That ball hit right on the sideline.
That's a real nice swing. That ball is a little bit too tight. Can't extend it. Ticker tapes the cross-court line.
Steffes and Loiola comfortably in the lead in this championship, 4-0, and the side change at 4-1. But 4-3, things have turned around. Tough jump serve by Loiola.
Nobody.
Should be a point.
Go!
Good scoopy set by Ken Steffes. Pretty effective shot by Adam Johnson to get the Brazilian down.
Remember in our semifinal match, Karch and AJ were down 3-0 when they stormed back with a 14-1 onslaught.
This may be an opponent of a little different caliber.
Yes.
Not that Seaman and Whitmarsh can't be good, but it's only their second tournament together, whereas Jose Loiola and Kent Steffes have played every tournament this season except one. They did not go to Cape Cod, wanted to take that weekend off to avoid the cross-country trip.
I thought they were hurt.
I thought they wanted to avoid the cross-country trip.
Oh, there was a lot of thinking.
Nobody can. Go, 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 go.
Johnson again, just dialing up one great shot after another. Marvelous rally by both teams, but AJ finishing things off, and he started it with that rally.
Great dig by AJ, great block by Karch. Watch it on his horse. These guys are fighting it out right now.
5-4. Adam Johnson, I said rally, of course I meant that rally initiating dig, and then again he just loopies line and just very casually does a little house cleaning. Superb performance this weekend by Adam Johnson.
Right now this is personal. As we said earlier, you want to have your best game, your best foot forward. Killer instinct. This is what all four of these players have. Adam Johnson with a mistake right there with a 6-4 side switch.
6-4 is the side change, but Kirai and Johnson are back in, trailing only by 2. Adam Johnson not happy about that miss, but they only trail by a couple. The Miller Lite Open at Minneapolis is being brought to you by Miller Lite, who reminds you that anything can happen at Miller time. Buy Swatch watches, Swiss-made timing pieces, timing only the sports that matter. And by the Hard Rock Cafe, where the AVP rocks. You come here in the winter months and people are out snowmobiling and cross-country skiing and things like that, and when the sun shines, all of the people here love to get outdoors, get on the Mississippi River, go boating, a lot of great fishing, trout streams, fly fishing. And then when the Miller Lite AVP Tour comes, as it did last year and again this year, irrespective of the fact that today it's probably in the low 60s, a little bit damp, these folks are hardy here. They just put on an extra layer. During the winter, they wear 11 or 12 layers. They've only got 1 or 2 on today, so this is a very mild climate here for Minneapolis, and people enjoying the action today. Good final so far.
Real high level of intensity. Both teams really fighting for every point they're getting. Right now, Steffes and Loiola up 6-4, but they've earned all 6 points, as have Kirai and Johnson.
Again, Steffes and Loiola seeded number 1, Kirai and Johnson seeded number 2. Kent and Jose went out to the 4-1 lead, and Johnson and Kirai, much like they did in the semifinal, have fought their way back and now trail by 2. Good sharp cut shot by Adam Johnson. Offensively, is he as good as anybody right now on tour?
Right now, he's been siding out. In the last month of the season, he's been siding out better than anybody, I think. Karch has been put in a real hittable position. He's mixing it up a lot better. Cut shots, line shots, the fisherman loopy shot. I mean, he's got them all going.
12th tournament together for Johnson and Kirai, and they're certainly starting to gel at the right time at the end of the season. Side out by Kent Steffes. Again, Johnson and Kirai have won 3 weeks in a row. Hermosa, Sacramento, and last week in Vail. Very similar conditions, overcast, cool mountain air.
Oh, yeah. Which Karch, you know, doesn't really like with his shoulder, but he's playing extremely well right now. At the end of the season is when you have to peak, and they're doing it right. Karch is saying he thought he saw the line come up for a foot fault. The referee didn't see it. Karch is reminding him if the line comes up, call the foot fault.
Well, the linesmen have to be aware of that. I see oftentimes that the linesmen just aren't watching very closely.
Oh, yeah.
That's good by Karch to plant the seed.
Happens all the time. You got to keep on him.
Near hubby wife. Oh, Kent Steffes just setting that ball straight up, was he not, to get his partner out of trouble?
Well, Kent, back in Las Vegas when they first played together, said, all I have to do is set him within 10 feet of the net, and he gets up so high, he goes over. That was right on the net, up and over AJ by about 1.5 feet.
Over.
He He continues to side out. Perfect pass off the respective jump serve of Kent Steffes or Jose Loiola in good settings.
I would start going to Karch a little bit more. They've gone to AJ 10 times and to Karch 3 times, and he's really been siding out. Why not mix it up a little bit? Give him something else to think about. Adjust and adapt.
Especially at the level that Adam Johnson is playing offensively. All right, nice shot down the line, and when Steffes is good offensively, that's where he likes to go, isn't it?
Right there, but Kent Steffes went up, reached, penetrated hard with the ball was coming on a downward arc. It wasn't a shot. If it was a shot, AJ would have picked that ball up. Instead, it was a hit down. Nobody could touch it.
And just on cue, as you mentioned, the serve going to Kirai.
Good one. Okay. Over.
Well, every ball that Adam Johnson gets his hands on is going down. AJ, very, very smooth offensively so far. He's got a half a dozen kills, moving the ball around, hitting the ball hard when necessary, cut shot, loopy line, and using all of his 900 square feet.
And Jim Ming is not here today. I think if he was here, he'd be saying go to Karch a little bit more. They listened that time. They got a swing at the ball. Didn't happen. This is some great volleyball we're seeing right now.
That time, Kirai did stay with a float serve and come to the net and block.
I think we'll be seeing that a little bit more now that we're halfway through the match. I think Karch wanted to get the first couple reps out. They're down 6-4. He can go the rest of the distance, especially if they go back to AJ, which they've been doing.
Nice.
Steffes and Loiola are not even getting a whisper of a chance against Adam Johnson.
What I was saying earlier, Jim Mingus is not here. When he's usually here, he's taking stats down there saying, hey, listen, AJ's hot right now. Let's go back to Karch. And when you're at this position and you're in the finals, sometimes you don't think so clearly. You want to keep your game plan, but you have to adjust and adapt sometimes, and they're not doing that at this second. Ace by AJ.
Adam Johnson almost looking like finally we got off of 4, but his ability to side out really set up the momentum to get that ace up the middle, make it 6-5.
Kaboom. Semi-husband and wife. Steffes' ball breaking a little bit late. Got a hand on it.
Look at that. Kirai and Johnson, 2 aces and 2 errors. AJ continues to really go for it. Now 32 years of age, still just bombing the ball offensively or from the jump serve line. Well, that was a little bit closer. Jose Loiola, who's one of the quickest players on tour. Make no mistake about that. He's just not a force at the net. Almost getting to that ball with his left hand, but yet another kill from Adam Johnson. See if Karch comes to the net and block. I think he will. Yeah, if he float serves, he's coming. Good deep float serve.
Light. Come on.
That's the key to success. Karch really driving Kent back to that back line. Make him back all the way up, and then come up. If Loiola has to set the ball from the middle of the court, that's a tough set. Or drop it right behind the net and let him go short. But watch out for Loiola hitting on 2.
Just over 4.5 minutes left on our Swatch game clock.
Help me.
That ball set back a little bit. Well, AJ is just in the zone offensively right now, and he has been the last 3 weeks. Yeah. I agree with you. I would not be serving.
No.
Good shot, tough serve.
Kent's got to start figuring out a little bit. And I would throw Jose up there. Maybe go away from the jump serve once or twice. Go to Karch. Concentrate on it.
Help me.
Oh, that's a nice shot by Kent Steffes for the side out.
You said they won a close game, 13-11 in the finals. As you can see, that was a tough play. Can't see in the line, pokey deep.
That's a good read going on too, because no chance to set that ball. Wow, Jose Loiola dialing up the ace down the sideline. What a battle here for our championship. $30,000 to the winners between Steffes and Loiola, seeded number 1, Kirai and Johnson, seeded number 2.
His first ace, and didn't look like it had that much power on it, just really caught the outside line. I think Karch was hoping it out of bounds. It didn't happen.
Looking at Karch Kirai, now 36 years of age.
Good serve deep in the court.
Karch angry at himself for not getting a hand on that ball. It was set well outside the antenna.
He should have used the antenna a little bit more and tried to touch block that ball. Instead, he went for the stuff block and Kent went over him. Took a little something off it.
Oh, what a dig! What a play by Kirai.
Can you hit the ball any harder? I got you in my zone, Cart says, and then pat it down. Give me the pose, Superman. Love that.
There is indeed a lot of emotion between these two teams right now. The two best teams, although Steffes and Loiola have stumbled just a little bit these last 3 weeks, more than a little if you ask them or the players on tour. They're ranked #1, and Johnson and Kirai have won 3 in a row. They're on a roll and the hottest team, and former partners to boot.
Oh, yeah.
The volleyball's been so good. We haven't even talked about the soap opera of Jose Loiola being with Adam Johnson the last couple of years, and Kent Steffes dropping Karch Kirai when he injured his shoulder to get with Jose Loiola. They've been together for a long time. Won the gold medal last year together.
Oh, super dig. And a rip.
Wow, this is really good.
Best volleyball of the year right now. No doubt about it. I mean, these guys are playing great defensive ball. A rip cross court. Adam Johnson says, I got your lips. Let me go off the top. Point.
That float serve, which Karch Kirai was going to follow and get to the net and block, just carries out of bounds. Again, no good side, bad side. No. Completely overcast, thick cloud cover, the sun not a factor. Ace serve again. Jeez. Boy, Karch, it must be giving up a lot of line. Both Jose Loiola and Kent Steffes have aced Karch Kirai to his left, right down the sideline. That was big for the 8-6 lead.
Karch touched that one, but that had some smoke on it, too.
See if Karch moves over just a little bit towards the line. He does as the ball is tossed. Boy, Adam Johnson is taking a lot of court. Karch moved over to the line. That ball was served deep middle, and AJ dove in and took that.
Great pass, but a great set by Karch.
Yes.
He's probably 25 feet off. Gave him a nice lingering set hanging on the outside. AJ comes with a whip-it arm swing cross court.
These two teams went into overtime in the finals of the winner's bracket. We could well be headed there again. Jose Loiola over the top of Karch Kirai for the side out. 3 minutes and 44.7 seconds left for our championship match here in Minneapolis.
10 for 14. He served AJ 14 times. He started out 10. That's a pretty good percentage. See if they go back to him. Go to Mr. Net, takes over right there. And Karch will go back to toe the line. I like him serving the ball deep to Kent and following it in. Or short. The danger is he's going to set Jose if you go too short.
This time goes to Loiola, sprints over to block, and cannot get a hand on that one. Looks like, at least for this stage of our championship match, Kirai is set on the strategy of float serving and then following it in.
I think that's their best. That's what they've been winning with. Don't change if you're winning. Make them beat you.
Blocked exceptionally well the last 3 weeks when Kirai and Johnson have moved up, winning 3 in a row once again, as I've mentioned. But also, when these two teams met in Sacramento, Kirai blocked exceptionally well there. So it's not.
He had 6
he's blocked well against everybody.
Right. That's their 5th service error for team of Jose Loiola and Kent Steffes. Oh. That demoralizing.
That is just another wonderful defensive play. 6 digs now by Adam Johnson. He and Karch Kirai both just lighten it up defensively, and the transition gets Kirai and Johnson back within 1. The city of Minneapolis enjoying some fabulous pro beach volleyball. Time now to get us to the Wilson Tip of the Week, brought to you, of course, by the official ball of the AVP, Wilson. Missed pass on the float serve. This championship match has been fabulous. And Craig Hummer is down courtside with Adam Johnson, who has been digging everything in sight and more. Craig?
Thanks a lot, Paul. I tell you what, AJ, you must have eaten your carrots last night because your placement of the court, your shots, you're just on fire.
Well, we started out a little slow, and we have to make up a little bit of little time here, and we don't have much time left on the clock, and we just got to do 1 point at a time.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Adam Johnson has 6 digs. He is absolutely on fire defensively, as is his partner, Karch Kirai. But offensively, Adam Johnson has been just absolutely dissecting the opposition the last 3 weeks. He's siding out exceptionally well.
Playing at a very high level. As you said, there's no real win, so there's no real side advantage. But Ken Steffes and Loiola both got a couple aces from over here, so we'll see what AJ can dial up. One of the better jump servers on tour.
Adam Johnson, it seems that his real power move is down the middle or hard cross court, but he can serve it down the line as well. See if he tries to challenge his former partner, Jose Loiola. Goes to Steffes cross court. And good cut shot by Kent Steffes. And Steffes, who a lot of people saying had lost confidence in his game, or to some degree, and was struggling offensively, has been solid in this championship match so far.
So far, no doubt about it. Siding out quite well. We'll see what the pressure situations come if they stay this tight. Why go to him?
He's just putting on a clinic.
Yeah.
Give a lot of credit. AJ's passing well, and you've talked about how well Kirai is setting him, but boy, AJ taking care of 2/3 of the job.
And they're serving AJ 15 times, Karch 4.
That ball cut out of bounds, and that's been one of the problems of Kent Steffes for the last month.
Exactly. He didn't put a lot of heat on that. That was a placement shot. Should have taken a little something off it. You've got to make that ball good. Didn't happen. 8-all.
Going right back to Steffes.
Could have bet you $1 million that shot was coming. I said I was about to lip it. He's going line. When in doubt, he's going to go line. AJ will let him have that shot. But hopefully, I mean, later when it's 10-10 or 12-12, he'll run around and get that shot.
Tough, deep jump serve. Run out of ways to describe it.
Hey, that's a great set. It was a great serve. They're going for it on the serve, but Karch backs up, calm and cool and collectively, puts him on the net about 2 feet. AJ spanks it. Side out.
AJ is passing the jump serves off of really the best jump serving team collectively on the beach. Jose Loiola with a big number of aces. Oh, near dig by Adam Johnson, one of the few that he's missed. Jose Loyola's got 224 aces and is first in that category, and his partner Kent Steffes has 140, so nobody as a team comes even close in terms of total aces.
This is just great. 8-8. Both teams playing exceptionally well. We're going to see who wants it more right now. This is the back half of the game. Just been a dogfight. Karch up on the ball, hits it down the middle. Lucky side out. Take it. Better lucky than good.
Well, that ball through the hands of Adam Johnson. It gets back to what you said at the very top of our broadcast. Now it's personal. Now, are you going to step up? Who's going to make a play at 8-8? And certainly you look out, and with this quality field,
everyone's capable of making the play and saying, this is my game, and you can't have it. Hit the line. Ken could have had that ball. I think he could have laid out, got it. He wished it out. Touches the tape.
We've seen this all day from Adam Johnson in the semifinals earlier today against Seaman and Whitmarsh. In the finals of the winners bracket against this same team, won in overtime by Steffes and Loiola. Steffes takes a look and once again goes to his line shot.
Jose with a good set of his own. That's a deep middle pass, puts him right on, about 1.5 feet off. When Kent gets that set, 90% of the time, he'll put that ball away.
Time to remind people that this year on the Miller Lite AVP Tour, you have to win by 2. That ball served out of bounds. Exactly 2 minutes, 35.3 seconds left.
5 service errors by Jose, 1 for Kent. That's for a total of 6. 2:35 left on the clock, as you said, Paul. I don't think we're going to finish this game. I think
No, we're going OT. I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
Karch taking a break from blocking that time. AJ getting the touch, but Steffes now has gone down the line 3 consecutive times. We'll see if Johnson or Kirai adjust their defense.
They've served Kent 21 times. They side out 17 for a good high percentage. Only 4 times they've served Loiola. Back on AJ. AJ, as he's been doing all day long, siding out, Mr. Side Out. This is how they receive. Look at the ready position, like a Jaguar. Their feet are ready to move. Perfect set, perfect pass. Got this side out every day of the week.
Well, their 12th tournament together, and they took their lumps early in the season, including a 17th at Chicago, but they hung together. Well, both Adam Johnson was rounding into shape back from his own injury. Jose Loiola cuts that ball, and Karch was still mending a seriously injured and surgically repaired shoulder. And now they are enjoying the benefits,
the fruits of their labor,
of sticking through some very tough times.
Oh, yeah.
People had them broken up 4 or 5 times was the scuttlebutt on the tour. Tough down the line by Karch.
Nice flop down the line, a little pool cue into the corner. 8-all. And a nail biter. Karch says, Adam, you go block. I'm going to go for a jump serve.
After this play, I want to ask you, as we get down to almost 2 minutes, who you think has the advantage under this kind of pressure situation? Kent Steffes cross court. Okay, we got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. We're tied at 8. Kirai and Johnson are going for 4 in a row.
That's right.
Steffes and Loiola are trying to end their worst streak ever together. Who do you give the advantage?
You have to give it to AJ and Karch. They've won 3 in a row. Right now, Kent and Jose are pushing a little, pressing a little bit. Missed serve by Kent. Right now, AJ and Karch have the confidence. Kent and Jose want the confidence. What are you going to say? You've won the last 3 tournaments. I've beaten you the last 3 times. You've got to step up. If you think you've had a great season, fine, your season's over. I'm going to take the rest of these tournaments.
Well, it's certainly the case that Johnson and Kirai are the team on a roll.
Come on!
Point. And there's the big break they were looking for. Jose Loiola. A little bit too tight. Goes for the back line. Out of bounds. 9-8. AJ and KK.
That's the first lead so far in this championship match. They've been hanging around and hanging around after they got down 0-4, and now see their first lead, 9-8. That ball stuffed by Kirai. 2 points in a row, 10-8 lead.
As you can see the pressure mounting, Captain Karch Kirai. Loiola goes for the cross court. Karch says, I got you. Point, 10-8. I think it's a good timeout right now, but they're not going to take it.
Would they take it if Jim Mingus was here? That ball fell back off the net and hit out of bounds again. The set was back. Jose Loiola hit the ball out of bounds and clearly frustrated. And will take a 20-second timeout. Make that a full timeout. Jose Loiola and Kent Steffes had led throughout the course of this hotly contested championship match. It was 8-all, and now Kirai and Johnson lead 11-8. The Miller Lite Open at Minneapolis is being brought to you by Honda. Experience the thrill of the all-new Prelude and the new four-wheel drive CR-V. And by Irish Spring Sport. It kills odor-causing germs, so play as hard as you like.
Jose, that's going to pay dividends. Back to AJ.
He is passing the ball so superbly. Again, there is no better serving team, maybe in the world, than Jose Loiola and Kent Steffes when you look at the numbers compared to the other players on tour.
I agree with your numbers, but we're sitting here in a damp atmosphere. You're not going to get that many aces. You've got to use your head a little bit more, and that's not happening. Karch with a block.
Karch continues to be a major factor blocking the ball.
Watch his hand moving. Penetrating with his left hand, throwing it back. Waiting on two, no. Comes back, Kent Steffes with the cross court, touches the ball. Just great movement. Sand timeout on the court. Swatch sand timeout, I might say.
Kent Steffes, Jose Loiola down 11-8. Special charity golf event coming up. It's called Sand to Greens at the Eagle Pines Golf Course in Walt Disney World, Thursday, August 28th. That's in conjunction with the last Grand Slam event. Ace serve by Kent Steffes. 11-9 now is the lead. Kirian Johnson. That ace serve does restore some order. Steffes and Loiola trail by 2. Balls. Demonstrations all over America, if not the entire planet. Security has been a problem. These young people trying to save the beach volleyballs. They have been abused for years by players like Tim Hovland and Karch Kiraly. All in good fun. You're very familiar with the advertising campaign, a spoof by Miller Brewing Company, great partner of the AVP. Save the balls in inclement weather all day, but everybody having a great weekend.
Go Rico, go Rico.
If you were wondering what the voice of the AVP does during timeout, that's what he does. People here have had a great time. Last year, when the sun was out, we had about 5,000 people here packed in. Crowd's not quite as large today, obviously, as you can see, but it has been a miserable day all day, barely cracking 60 degrees. And it has hurt the crowd a little bit, but not the enthusiasm of the couple of thousand that have come here to watch a fabulous championship match. Our serving story, Steffes and Loiola, 4 aces is a big total. Both teams have really served exceptionally well, but now the rubber's about to hit the road. Just under 1:30 remaining. Kirian Johnson's lead cut to 11-9, going back to Kiraly. No block. And Kiraly drills the ball deep middle.
Don't insult Karch by giving him a no block with a ball a foot off the net. That thing is going down every time. Karch determined, as I've ever seen him. All 4 players have played great. Right now, it's time for somebody to step up.
That's really been a superb final. When you look back at championship matches so far this year,
no doubt
it's
about
right up in the top 2 or 3. Remember Hermosa between Steffes and Loiola, and Blanton and Seaman. And other than that one, this really comes to mind as a great final. The drama in Sacramento when these 2 teams met for the first time.
Well, before they dominated so easily, and people were not at full strength as they are right now. Both teams, a little tight.
Karch Kiraly using those fabulous legs. Karch at one time when he was at UCLA and when he played in the Olympic Games could jump well over 40 inches, and that time jumping high and tapping down over Kent Steffes.
Following it up.
Nice kill by Jose Loiola for the side out.
AJ was right there, almost got his nose rearranged.
Well, now the rule change really comes into play because Johnson and Kiraly are up by 2. Steffes and Loiola only have to get within 1 to force overtime.
A lot of time left. Minute 12. And Kent with a big...
Net violation by Kiraly.
And they're within 1. Net violation by Karch Kiraly.
Steffes and Loiola.
Fighting back from down 8-11. Back to 10-11. Here's a dig. Ball on the net. Karch and Loiola fighting for it. There's the little ticket net.
Good.
Nice shot again by Adam Johnson.
Loiola by Adam Johnson. The off-street fight by AJ.
These two teams went into overtime in the finals of the winners bracket. Loiola and Steffes led 10-7, only to have Johnson and Curie come back and tie it up. Now it's Steffes and Loiola who are trying to pull off the last-minute comeback. We're under a minute. Big hit by Loiola.
No stopping that. High Brazilian heat, about 12.5 feet high. You got to let that ball go.
Time to go back to Ken Steffes.
Oh, yeah. Ken, Loiola went off track for a little bit. He's back on track. Go back to Ken. Oh, good call. And likewise, I would be going to Karch a little bit. Check him out. He hasn't passed the ball lately. I mean, they served him a couple times. But go back to him. AJ's just superbly siding out.
Adam Johnson now has been served 21 times and has 17 kills. Steffes again goes to the line shot. In contrast, that Karch Curie has only been served 9 times and has 6 kills. Great offensive performance by Adam Johnson, not just in this match, but all day.
Well, right now they're going to separate them. 11-10. Whip of a serve. Ken was there, and Jose not touch that ball.
Curie using Jose Loiola effectively down the line for the side out. Again, our championship match, 40 seconds left. Curie and Johnson lead 11-10. Possibly headed for overtime for the second straight meeting today between these two teams. Jose right on the sideline.
Oh, boy.
Johnson thought it was out. That would have given them the necessary 2-point lead to close out this championship. The winner takes home $30,000. Loiola serve.
Nobody!
That is the only time they have touched Adam Johnson, it seems, all day long. And look at the way the play ends.
Kent off the top, going, oh yes, that is emotion. You gotta love that.
Tied at 11. Touch against Ken Steffes. The ball landed out of bounds. No question. The touch at the net or a net violation. Ken Steffes.
Kent trying a little bit too hard. AJ going out of bounds. It's a whole new game. 11-11.
They're talking strategy. 24 seconds remaining.
Back to...
Unbelievable play. Curie, first of all, with a miraculous cover, and then makes the dig, but Adam Johnson rushing to the net just to get in some position to block a ball. Nets, look at the cover by Karch.
Great reaction by Karch. Then Loiola back up. Karch shoots him. It's going over. AJ nets. Everything's...
And Karch's dig was going straight to the sand. Under 10 seconds. Now we're going to overtime.
Oh, it's OT. No doubt about it.
So Adam Johnson's going back to serve. He could dial up an ace or two and end it in regulation, but very unlikely.
Right now, this is like Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali trading major league punches. I wouldn't say Tyson because it gets a little dirty.
Well, the medical tent is not very far away. Should there be blood drawn? That ball put away by Ken Steffes. We're going to overtime. Just a question of whether or not we will be tied going into overtime or whether or not Steffes and Loiola can take a 1-point lead. Their last serve in regulation. That ball out of bounds. And I stand corrected, of course. The next to last serve in regulation.
Karch to follow it back up.
How fast you can score when you're jump serving. Karch looking for the stuff. got the touch, but Adam Johnson had broken to the line side. The clock is off. The first team to lead by 2 wins this championship here in Minneapolis. It has been a tremendous final. I think the best of the year.
Yes, no doubt about it. All around, defensive, offensive.
It's such a cliche, but one of these 2 teams has got to lose, and it's kind of a shame. Very, very disappointed will be the loser of this duel because both teams have played exceptionally well.
The loser will not sleep all week, frothing for next week. Let me tell you that.
There is Belmar, and then the AVP Tour Championship in Orlando, and then the World Championship September 10th through 13th. So the season almost at an end. Tight set. Jose Loiola bombing that ball down the sideline. And Jose Loiola, who gave up 3 straight points to create the 11-8 lead not so long ago for Kirian Johnson, has certainly settled down.
No doubt about it. Time to switch back.
Who's going to crack? Jose Loiola just kicks the top of the net, going for the ace down the line against his former partner, Adam Johnson.
Karch and AJ talking a little strategy right now. They know that every point is so important. Karch goes back, says, I'm going to Kent deep.
Yeah, looking right at his former partner. Didn't get it deep enough. That ball thump cross scored by Kent Steffes.
Take your time. Take a little more time on your serve. Get a little bit deeper so when you get up to the net, you're set. You can take a maximum jump and penetrate. A little hurried on that.
You can see a lot of thought process going into the end of this championship.
Looks like they're going to go back to Karch Kirai right here.
Yeah, Steffes likes to serve cross court. He's lined up on the left, going back at Karch Kirai. Goes deep middle. Again, AJ taking a lot of court.
Nobody!
Oh, right to him.
Huge hit by Kent Steffes. They're 1 point away.
I think that was Karch's ball down the middle, and Karch should have called the ball. AJ a little out of position, even though he's been starting out great. First championship point.
And Karch Kirai high loopy down the line. Again, remember, Kirian Johnson had an 11-8 lead, came back and tied it up. Steffes and Jose Loiola did, and now they've taken the 12-11 lead. So it has been a game of streaks because Johnson and Kirai were down the beginning of this championship match. $30,000 to the winners and momentum into the last month of the season.
Bad time to miss the serve, gives the advantage back to Jose and Kent.
Does he go for the ace now? He's gotten 2 against Karch Kirai down the line.
Why not?
Championship point number 2.
Good.
Big side out again by Adam Johnson. Well, he's going to be tired at the end of this match.
His 21st side out of 27 serves. Karch back to serve, going back to Kent, see if he gets a little deeper. No, he goes short. Watch it, Kent. Jose, there it is. Oh!
You called it on the short serve. Kent Steffes is going to go to Jose Loiola, direct or on 2. And Karch knew it was coming.
Karch did this on purpose. He did this on purpose, knowing that Jose was going to bite on it. And Karch says, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. 12-all.
Going to Steffes deep again this time. And Steffes successfully over the top. We're tied at 12.
You save things once in a while. You save them for when you need them. Karch knows this game as good as anybody. Great block. This score is tied 12-all.
Good hustle by Jose Loiola. And a chance by Kent Steffes off the dig from Karch Kirai.
Kent's going to be thinking about that. That was an easy play. You've got to make that play. Let's see what happens on this point right here. I would go right back to Kent because he's going to be going, boy, I should have made that play.
Adam Johnson has changed sides, moving over to the left corner. See where he serves. And that ball over Karch Kirai and down well inside the back line for the side out.
You got it, Kent. Easy to say now. I mean, that was a great set. Kent made a great set. Jose up and over in the middle.
There's so much pressure on all of these players. One slight mistake will decide it.
Tough set.
Cards Kirai, rightly so, because that was not that good a set. AJ. Great hit dealing with that shot.
Kent just wasn't penetrating the net, uses it out of bounds. Back to Kent right now. Will he hit it?
Got it! Touch on Jose Loiola or Ken Steffes. And we'll take the side change. And once again, Adam Johnson just keeps digging everything in sight. Lucky 7-number dig will give Ryan Johnson a chance to serve for the championship when we come back. Is burning with a fabulous championship match here between Kirai Johnson and Steffes and Loiola. We've talked about the Grand Slams throughout the course of this season. The Miller Lite AVP Grand Slams, and the first three won by 3 different teams, as I mentioned. The first, June 15th, won by Dane Blanton and Canyon Seaman, no longer together. In Chicago, Steffes and Loiola. And then in July, Kirai and Johnson. Who will win the fourth? It will be decided August 31st at the Miller Lite AVP Tour Championships in Orlando, Florida. And here are the current standings. Of course, these standings are important because this determines who qualifies to get in to the World Championships of Beach Volleyball, and also the money won at the 3 previous events. Championship point number 1 for Kirai and Johnson. They've won 3 in a row. This will make it 4 if they can score here and hold off Steffes and Loiola.
Kirai to serve, 13-12.
Let's go back to Kent. It does.
The clock is off.
A little tight.
For those of you who may have missed some of this long championship match or just joining us, the clock has been off for a long time. We're not playing to 15. The first team to lead by 2 wins this championship.
Right now, Loiola's got to take this into his own hands. He has had a couple blocks at the start of the match. Hasn't had a block since. You need a big block.
Nice cut shot once again by AJ. He's just snapping that off so crisply.
Really seeing the court. Solid movement by Kent in the back. Nice sharp cross court. Second championship point by AJ.
Jose Loiola getting the good cut call from partner Kent Steffes for the side out. They can see the stress or the tension on Jose Loiola. Usually very communicative with the crowd and whatnot. Not today.
Rip.
To finish. But first there was Jose Loiola with a one-handed stab. The block. What a miraculous shot by Adam Johnson. Championship point once again. And that ball tapped down the line by Ken Steffes.
A sign of a true championship team. They don't let it bother them. They had a good opportunity. It didn't happen. They didn't give it up. Side out. Back to serve Ken Steffes.
Sometimes when you're just on a roll, look at AJ. I think inside he's kind of going, it's got to be my day.
What a set. Oh, Jose should have been penetrated. We'll throw that down. AJ, way too hot right now.
Championship point number 4 for Kirai and Johnson.
Tough set.
Nobody!
Game kids. Oh, boy.
Wow. Kirai and Johnson are the winners. What a match. partners is our Craig Hummer. Craig?
Thanks again, Paul. AJ, I asked you earlier about eating the carrots, but I think you guys both ate your Wheaties this morning. This was the most complete game I've seen from both of you all season.
Hey, definitely. It was a hard-fought game for both teams. You know, we beat them by 2 this time. They beat us by 2 in the finals of the winners bracket. I'm tired, but to see my partner all fired up out there, I had to fire up a little bit. I love it when he does that.
That's great. Karch, 2 quick questions. The first, speaking of firing up, you guys always play with ice water in your veins, but it's got to feel great to beat your former partners.
Oh, absolutely. You know, they won more tournaments than anybody else this summer, and that's part of being number 1 is everybody's out to shoot you down, and we are out to shoot them down.
Now, no one's made much of this, but I think that was number 130 for you. You've hit sort of that magical plateau. There's only a few to go. How do you feel about that?
You know, we got to do it 1 match at a time. In Chicago, we won a game, and then we lost 2 straight and got 17th. We really got to take care of business. Last week and the week before, we barely got by the 2nd round. Boston Castillo, it's really 1 game at a time, and that's what helps to win tournaments.
Well, you guys are playing great. Congratulations, 4 in a row. Back to you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. Congratulations to Adam Johnson and Karch Kirai. They're taking it 1 game at a time. This championship seemingly was one of a kind.